Hey there, how you going? Thanks for joining me today. I'm going to talk into something called creative visualization, or how would I term it? You are what you think, and so is it possible to create an outcome and to truly bring to life something that we think about? Is that possible? So you are what you think. So first and foremost, do I believe in it? Yeah, I do. Uh, I think that there is definitely what I definitely think there is energy and vibration that whatever goes on in here is what you create. I think so. Creative visualization for me is the process of sitting in, well, somewhat sitting in a meditative state and then really picturing what you are looking to bring to life in very clear, detailed way. It's so you not a general kind of view, but in a very clear, detailed, specific visual, and then to go through the emotional and feeling state of what it is to experience that. So that's what I think brings the power to it is the emotional state, the emotions that get raised by you really picturing yourself in that picture. So give, I guess, an example would be as if I don't know, as if I wanted to live in Bali, right? Let's say I pictured that I wanted to live in Bali, and right now I'm sitting in Adelaide, living with my mum at the moment, and so living in Bali, potentially in a villa that maybe I own, and having this life in Bali, right? So can I bring that to life? Is that possible to bring it to life? Well, let me just say this: is if you don't think about it, and if you don't clearly, put it down that that's what you want, then you're never going to achieve it. Obviously, for a starting point, if you don't declare it, then it'll most likely never ever be an outcome that you bring towards yourself. So the first thing is to actually declare what you're looking to achieve. The second thing is to bring it to life. Like, what is the details around that? If you're super general around it, then I feel like the energy and the vibration on that is lower and lower and lower. Whereas if you can really picture clearly what that looks like, then that brings vibrancy, energy to the picture. Secondly, to that whole thing is you have to experience the emotions and the feelings that go with that experience. It's one thing having a visual, like a vision board or something like that. It's another thing experiencing the emotions, the powerful emotions that go with that experience. So if you're sitting in meditation and you are picturing that life, you need to picture that life with the emotions. So I know when I've done this before, it just makes me smile and glow. I'm like literally, in some cases, like nearly like tears of joy of that experience of being there. And I think that's the third thing, is that you need to experience creative visualization in the now. You need to bring the future forward and believe it's happening now, because whether you believe in this or not, your entire system is compelled to want to bring it to life. And if you're doing this daily as a daily experience, so let's just give some practical measures to this. Is if you are like meditating for 20 minutes and then you're taking an additional 10 minutes at the back end of your meditation to sit in this experience and to daily think of exactly the same experience that you're looking to create, then go through the emotional experience of that in the now, that is a powerful thing that you're telling your mind to do. It is a powerful thing. And one would argue that the mind doesn't know any different from the future or the now, as if you're experiencing it. The brain or whatever the mind is going through the process of creation because it believes it's happening now. It's bypassed, the reality of that. Now, I'm going to be clear with you. I don't know the science. I don't know metaphysics. I'm not Deepak Chopra, and I'm not, a scientist either. I'm someone that has just put it into play several times in my life. And you know what? I can clearly say this. The times that I have truly done it and been consistent at it and done it with full force, I have been blown away by what has been created. The times that I've gone at it half-assed, done a little bit general, kind of half in, half out, yeah, I haven't really made any. I haven't created what I wanted to create at all. I have to be honest with that. But I would say that it has been my energy which has changed and shifted the result of that, not whether it's true or not. And it could be just that the discipline around doing it daily and it being a constant thing that's in my face, that that it means that I'm taking more steps towards it, which I guess is the fourth thing, is that when you get presented with opportunity as a result of doing this practice, if you deny the step forward and don't step in, then you're not going to create it either. So you need to, if it's something presented towards you that is going to get you there, you can't just deny it and walk, So an example of that would be, let's say I did the Bali example of wanting to live a villa. Let's just say that I was doing this practice daily and bringing this to life and experiencing that. And then 2 weeks in, someone has said to me, hey, Jace, I've got a villa that you can have in Bali for nothing. All you got to do is get your ticket there. Do you want it? And I said to them, yeah, no, it's not right timing. And you're like, literally, that's a smack in the chops, right? For me, that's like you've just been gifted the thing which is going to give you the experience or step you closer to it, and you've just denied the opportunity. So for me, I'd be, if that occurred to me, I'd be like, holy cow, I'm on the way. Here we go. And then the next step, and then the next step, and the next step, and all of a sudden it's creating. So without deep diving this spiritually and, talking into metaphysics, or also, beating myself up because I don't have the science around it either, my personal experience has been that this stuff works if you are fully engaged and into it, and that you take the steps when they present themselves. If you're a non-believer, cool. It might just be that it's a declaration, and maybe it's the declaration, and maybe it's the goal, and maybe it's the constant discipline of seeing it every day in the practice which is making that happen. Maybe it's not metaphysics. Maybe it's just that. But either way, it's a bloody good thing to do, right? Either way, whether you believe, don't believe, if you don't believe in the spiritual metaphysics of it, or you believe in the science and that's a whole lot of hogwash, either way, it's still great outcomes by doing it, declaring it, making it real, experiencing it, which is amazing in itself because you're giving yourself all this beautiful energy around it. And then, when things present themselves, and taking steps towards it, so whether you even consider it like it's a goal setting exercise, but in my experience, it has brought it to life when you are fully behind it and fully powered up. So yeah, believe, don't believe, it's a bloody good thing to do anyway. So, all right, I'll leave you with that. And feel free, as always, put your comments down if you believe it's a lot of hogwash. No worries. You can put it down in the comments. All right, ciao.